And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Danganronpa Happy Havoc. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. I take a video games and second commentary. We last left off. We were, here. We were having another, like, one of those clash... What are these called? Like, find the truth? I don't know, anyway.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw ogres covered in blood, so you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you got it. I smashed her good.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. So I killed her there in front of the shelf.
So the main problem here is, the second attack from Coco really was the killing blow. Oh, there are a couple things there. Let's go Sakura's status of Sakura's body. Well, hold on. Which one is, like, was the status of Sakura's body was found? Yeah, that's where she was. Well, first of all, like, there's two problems with this. First of all, the nearest, why would the other Monokuma bottle be there right in front of the oops? Why would the other Monokuma bottle be right there in front of the shelf? But secondly, if that's where she killed her, why was she in the chair? I don't think that, even if Genocide Joe is a serial killer, being a serial killer doesn't automatically make you, like, super strong, ladies and gentlemen. So, like, she wouldn't have been able to drag her over there, I don't think. She doesn't seem that strong to me. But maybe she could be one of those people with, like, what is it called? Like, there are, like, three types of there are three body types, and there's one where, like, which actually, that's a body type that I have, where, like, you're very tall and lanky, and it's very, and, like, you can gain strength easily, but you can't really gain muscle mass. I forgot, like, not xenomorphic, like, anamorphic, anyway. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair. So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair? No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way. That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. In front of the magazine shelf, the way I read that. Let's see. The blood? But I thought the blood was because she coughed it up. Blood is presumed to be Sakura's. Let's just do this. Got it! So I guess she didn't cough up that blood. Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood seen by the magazine is proof of that. Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? I want to make it look like I did it, because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
By the way, how much does she weigh, actually? It's a very rude question to ask, and probably not the time, but I don't care. Report card. Ogami Sakura is right here. She weighed 99 kilos. Okay, that's cool. I don't know, like in the UK they measure weight in stone. That's probably like I don't know how to measure stone, but like it's probably like stone. That feels like a very art. Isn't that like that's a very art? Then again, you could say that like America using they have different names for the English system, the imperial system. It depends on where you're from. The fact that the Americans use that can be seen as outdated, but stone, like how do you, like, was it, like, I wonder what the origin of that word comes from, like, is it because, like, you were comparable to, like, a giant stone or something? All I know is that, like, it's like 4 or 5 stones that, like, 100 pounds, or something like that. Maybe it's 3 stone. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Then what's the deal? Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled. Okay, now you might say that Oli is... Well, she is looking pretty suspicious. I was about to give a reason why she wouldn't be the murderer in this case, but actually, that would actually kind of work against her favor. I was about to say that, you know, if she were the if we got the person wrong, everyone get executed, so, like, she can't be the murderer because she wanted to get the real person convicted, but that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. What am I talking? Okay. Until we can take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, I told her to just hid in the locker again.
No. Huh? So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? Nope. And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group. No, I don't think that's possible. The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker room is because the locker was too small. I was in the locker. I saw it for myself. I was in the locker. Got it. Even before we opened the door to the rec room, he and I both got to look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously, Toko couldn't have been hiding in there. Okay, then where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much.
You're lying! No, she's not. I've been saying it all along. There's still more to this case. But it did like Jill. Finally! Someone actually refers to her by her actual... Okay. Because, like, everyone's like, Genocide Jack this, Genocide Jack that. No, it's Genocide Jill. Show some respect. But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head! And?
Well, I can't imagine that. What else could have killed her?
That's because you're overlooking vital information. Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... poison! Because it's always poison, ladies and gentlemen. It's always poison. Make your argument, not to be confused with the 1980s hair metal band. Hell, Yellow Powder and Monokuma File number 4 always account. Were they hair metal? I actually don't know what they look like. Monokuma File number 4. Victim Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have to use, huh? And the other one was, Asina's account. She had slid these notes underneath each person's room door. Right. What was it that killed Ogre? It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack! If it wasn't, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause! What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than that shot to her head! So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Okay, Sakura's true cause of death. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. Genocide Jill. Shot to the head. Here we go. Igiari! Break! According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottle, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries. But if there wasn't a cut or anything, that would make what made her vomit blood? Some type of poison. It has to be a... Well, not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fast-acting poison. It could have been a slow-acting one, like... wait, was the one in... Yeah, the one in, the one in... This isn't really spoilers. In, case, 4-4 for Ace Attorney, the slow-acting poison. But if there wasn't a cut or anything, what made her vomit blood? Some sort of reaction within her body, most likely. Sakura was poisoned. Poisoned? That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak at the knees. I can hardly breathe.
Breathe? I don't know the rest of the words. She was poisoned? It is impossible! Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone be quiet. Shut up and listen to Master.
But you're the only one talking! The key to unlocking this mystery is hiding in the Chem Lab, up on the 4th floor. Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along! You never would have, since you gave up in the search the moment you were barred up from the crime scene. Well, yeah, good point. There's a big shelving unit in the Chem Lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this. Is that the poison? It's not an especially powerful poison, but it will still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. Maybe they put it inside of the whatchamacallit. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it. Where you find it? Where'd you find it? The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, the dietary supplements, and B, reagents, and C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
That's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. He got it from... Wait, which one was that? He got it from Section A. That, yeah. Because the other one was on the floor, and that's not an option. The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it? Huh? But you just said the Section A was for supplements or whatever! Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a ball of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives? Yes, so why? Because the culprit switched it out, that's why. What do you mean? So Sakura went... So I'm starting to figure things out there. So I figured that the protein was poison. So what happened, I'm assuming, is... So someone went into Section C. They got... I guess, for some reason, they pulled out one bottle and they knocked over the other one, which caused it to break. They put the other one in Section A. Now Sakura went over to get some protein. I'm not quite sure why she would have stepped in the poisonous powder, but she did. There was evidence of that on her shoes. She tried to get the protein shake, and that's how she ended up getting poisoned. An entire bottle's worth. I mean, like, you'd have to be a complete moron to drink an entire bottle's worth unless, like, it was hidden inside of something that you would normally trust, right? Like, if you saw, like, a toxic chemical thing, you wouldn't drink it, but if it's inside of, like, a Coca-Cola can, you'd probably drink it. What do you mean? I mean, this. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison in his lips and... Huh? Master? We were so shocked at what he was seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. That's the protein stuff. But then again, wouldn't there still... No. Like, I was about to say, wouldn't there still be, like, traces of the poison in the bottle? I mean, even if there was, he said they would take an entire bottle to kill somebody, so... We were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. Ugh, that tastes awful. Oh no, Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water. You can't just swallow powder. It'll stick to your throat. Idiot! He just swallowed poison. We need to make him spit it out. The flavor certainly makes you want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the protein, of course. Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second? Sure. Do whatever you like. Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out the bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue. It's protein powder! Huh? Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder. The poison that should have been in that bottle. Where did it go? The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in. Could it be? Oh boy! Oh, Hangman's Gambit again. Yep. This is the most variety that we've had in this so far in this game when it comes to like the mini games. Okay, so we need a P. We'll go with this one since it's weaker. Cause I thought the yellow one was gonna disappear before we got to break it. R. Oops. For a second I thought that we set the other R down, but I guess we didn't. T. Where's the E? E. Protein is spelled P-R-O-T. Yeah. I was like, do I not know how to spell protein? like there was like no E's popping up at all. Not to be confused with protein drink. Not to be confused with E's 1 and 2, which my friend Nobi is playing right now. Yes, I do find the randomest places to shout out my friends' playthroughs. I always do that. Actually, I'm making reference to a comment that the commenter probably doesn't even remember. It was a comment that someone made on an old episode of Bayonetta that I did back in 2014. Protein drink. There we go. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right? Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison. Holy crap! All you had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself. Something at the scene. A protein drink, a cup filled with water, a Monokuma bottle, a protein drink. Got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right? Protein drink, right? A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison. What? That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death. You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains, so maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing. but what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures. For real? Who was it? Evidence revealing who revealed the true materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see. The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be. The problem is that it's her feet. The problem is that it's her shoes that have the yellow powder. Where is it? Here, source of powder. Footprints. Got it! The footprints left behind in the front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it? I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints were there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of the Section A, where I found the bottle mint for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now, then we'll see who... Sakura? I mean, not Sakura. Asahina?
It was me! The footprints! They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out, if you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep.
Did she? Okay. Well, I was gonna go for the whole suicide option, but, But, like I said, she was my prime suspect, but... Then again... I don't know. Something about this... We'll see, we'll see.
I did it! I killed Sakura!
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people who wear sneakers are... Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers are... Makoto and Hina, Makoto and Byakuya, Makoto and Leon. Leon's dead. So... Do we wear sneakers? I guess we do. That's why he had us investigate. Got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Really? Is no one really gonna make note of this? Did everyone just forget that she wears sneakers too? She wears sneakers too. Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya, that explains why you... These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina!
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? But she was like that in the previous one too. This whole time you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you? I can't believe it. What about it can't you believe? Well, it's just, the two of them were so close. That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this is a particularly nasty little scheme. Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why did you do that?
I found her there in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poison mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced! You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honey, words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive but sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Really? To assume your own ideals as standard and enforce them upon others. Don't you realize how dangerous that is? I'll see you guys in the next episode.